So that was my sawmill cleanup there a few days ago. That's the not so fun part of having a sawmill. You know, you watch all these videos and all these guys are sawing logs back and forth and nice live edge stuff, and nobody ever talks about the negative stuff about having a sawmill, and that's cleaning up. So yeah, it's a lot of cleanup. The Achilles heel, I guess, of the operation is the slab wood and the sawdust. So you saw how I cleaned up my sawdust. I have two, as you can see in the back here, I've got two boxes on wheels, and when they get full, I wheel them out, put them on the forks of my tractor, and dump them out. Now, I don't dump out that sawdust that often. I've got it down to a science here. I can load my log deck with a logging cart full of logs, which is roughly 1,000 feet, 1,000 board feet, and I can pretty much saw 1,000 board feet before the boxes are full. So that's sort of a rough gauge. I know I can saw 1,000 feet before I empty the boxes. So it's not so bad, but it's one of those things that you dread doing. You know, I come out here to saw a couple logs and, oh, my sawdust boxes are full. So you empty them out. It takes, you know, 40 minutes or so, I guess. But it's just not fun to do. I do have a plan, though. It's something I've been cooking up in my mind. I've watched quite a few YouTubers out there with sawmills and stuff, and a lot of them use a dust collection system, a blower. Jeff on the Log Father, he's got a nice setup there, and I think I'm going to do sort of the same thing. The only thing is I can't just blow my sawdust outside. I live by the ocean here, and it's always windy. If I blow my sawdust outside, it'll end up at the neighbor's place, guaranteed. So my plan is to have a dust collection system, a tube that comes off the head of the sawmill to a blower, and then to some piping over here to the end of the sawmill in a box. Yeah, so the sawdust will blow into a box back here. And once the box is full, I can just grab the box with my tractor, with my forks down here, bring the box outside, open the doors that I'll install on that box, and just tip the forks over, attach it, you know, kind of attach it to the forks and dump the sawdust out. And the idea is, my door opening here is like 6 feet by, no, it's more like, I think maybe 8 feet by 6 feet high. Anyway, the idea is to make a box roughly 5, I think I calculated 6 feet wide, 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. And I'll put that at the end of the sawmill. And I calculated the square footage of that box versus my 3 boxes down here, and I'll have 3 times more room for sawdust, which is great because it'll be less physical work to get that sawdust out of there when it's full. I'll do it with the tractor, and I'll be able to saw 3 times more lumber logs before emptying it out. So that's the plan. That might be like a late fall, winter project. I'm going to find a blower and do that. And I think that'll be a lot better than those sawdust boxes. But I mean, they work, and it's worked until now. It's just a little bit of a pain to empty them out. So you also saw me load up these racks I've got behind me and run the chainsaw through them. So that works out pretty good. When the rack is full, I stop for a couple of minutes, cut the material in the racks, either slabs or kindling, and bundle them up and put them on a pallet. And I have quite a few pallets. And once the pallets get full, then I put them aside and I sell them or I burn them in my furnace for my own use. And if I don't do that, I do stacked slabs outside. And when I'm pretty much full of slabs and they're in my way, I just grab my logging cart, put it on my tractor, and I have a few neighbors that'll take all that slab wood. They'll take all I can give them, and I'm glad to get rid of it. So I'll bring it to their place. Or if I'm heading to the woods to do some logging, if I have some here, I'll fill my logging cart and I'll head to the woods, and I have a big pile of it in the woods. So I always have a reserve pile that's dry in the woods. If somebody wants dry stuff that's not green and has been cut right away, I can send them in the woods on my lot there. I've got a big pile of it, and they can take what they like. They can take what they want. Even if I want some that's dry, I can go back there and get it. So I have a system, it's not perfect. Everybody's got a different system. I'm just trying to find the system that works and is, cost effective, time effective. Some people have sawmills and it's just a hobby. So they don't have a whole lot of slab wood. They can take the slab wood they cut and burn it in their furnace or at their campfire or whatever. I go through quite a few logs. This is a sort of a side business, so it doesn't take long when you saw 1,000 board feet of logs to get. It's strange, but in volume, your logs, the room that the logs take up, once you saw them, you're going to have just as much slab as you had logs. There's a lot of slabs, so it's kind of a pain, but it's part of the deal. And when you have a sawmill, cleanup is a big thing, right? So yeah, that's my system. Let me know in the comments out there how you guys do it. I've seen different things like buckets on the head of the sawmill, boxes. Some people just, it just goes on the ground, goes outside. I can't do the outside thing here because it blows. The wind is crazy here. I'm by the ocean and it would just blow all over the place. So I have to sort of contain it, and then I dump it all in a pile further back into my field here, where if it blows a little bit, it sort of blows in the field and doesn't really go, anywhere. So yeah, that's how it works. So let me know how you get rid of your slabs and sawdust. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.